Hi, I'm Ryan. If you're new to my channel, I've been flipping furniture so that I can take my wife on a vacation for our 20th anniversary. This is the next project that I got at a yard sale for $25. It is very well built. It is mid-century, and I'm pretty sure it's modern. It's super clean lines, very straight, square. I have some big plans for it, and I want you to come along. So let's get started on this thing. The first thing I noticed is the grooves on the inside of the drawers here. I think that originally that was the only way that you pulled it. I don't know if it actually came with any pulls at all. And also, I'm pretty sure these aren't. If it did, I'm pretty sure these aren't the original. And it also had these two holes here, so something went here or was added here. I'm not 100% sure. Also, that leaves a really good opportunity to remove all the pulls and have it so that this is the way that you open the drawer. I'm not sold on that yet. We'll see if that works out, but I'm definitely going to remove all of them, fill the holes, and start that direction. And if it doesn't work out, I will fill the holes. It has a lot of little nicks and scrapes and a lot of little things that I'm gonna have to fill like that. I was hoping at the beginning that I would be able to reuse some of the wood, but there's just a lot of damage, little pieces here and there, so I'm going to paint it for sure. But other than that, it's super solid. The dovetails, and then they're also smoothed out dovetails, so I've never seen that before, which is really cool. The dresser tops are all rounded over, and it's all solid wood. I think this is going to be a really nice project. So I just pulled all the handles off, and I think it is a really clean look. I really wish I knew if that was how it was intended without any pulls on it. Saying that, I'm still not sure if I'm going to add them or not. I think that'll probably be one of my last decisions on this thing. I just really like how clean it is without any pulls on it, and I mean, why else would they have put these little handles on the sides? Feels like that's how it was supposed to be. We'll see. So next thing I'm going to do, just pull them out, start cleaning. So I just wanted to show you guys the construction of this. It's super impressive. I mean, each one of them is its own compartment. So they don't do that. At least I haven't seen that in most of the modern stuff. So I was pretty impressed with this. I love it. So as I was cleaning, I saw that this was loose. You can see it's a little bit loose. The rest of them, all of them have one nail, and I think the nail goes probably into the body. like through here into there, or attaches here, but all the rest are all super solid. You can see this one's cracked right here all the way through, so I think this was another nail that they tried to push in there to keep that solid. I'm probably going to remove both of them and try to put some glue in there, and then maybe put some glue on the side here, and then maybe run a nail back through it. The rest of them all look and feel pretty good. None of them are loose. Also, I noticed when I was cleaning that these are pretty loose, which I'm not a huge fan of these legs anyways. I was thinking, keeping with how straight all the lines are, maybe changing these legs out for something more straight, more rectangle than the round edges here. I think that might look good. And if they're easy to come off, which it looks like it might be just a screw here, I might just do that. I think that might make it look better. So now I'm just going to fill any of the gouges and scratches and missing pieces. I'm just going to fill all that with wood filler. One of the drawers does have a corner missing. I might have to use some Bondo on that because it might be, I think it's a pretty big chunk missing. So I'll do all the wood filler, and then I'll come back and we'll go through the Bondo to see if that's what I actually have to do. All right, let's go. So this corner right here is just missing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach something flat to this side and then put my Bondo on this side right here. So all the wood filler is almost dry. It's probably good enough to sand, but the Bondo is definitely dry. I thought I was gonna have a little hard time with it sticking to that black plastic. It didn't stick at all. It came right off, and now it looks like this. So I'm gonna sand the front flush, the sides flush, and then I gotta round this. Well, this is flush, and then round this out also. So here it is. It worked out pretty good. I think that for this much, to replace this much wood, Bondo is definitely the way to go. I think I need to knock down a little bit of the edge here because the rest of it's, you know, since it's so old, is a little rounded. So I'll just have to run some sandpaper across the corners there. Other than that, that's pretty good. So I got all the wood filler sanded down, all the holes and repairs, it's all sanded, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to now put the drawers back in because at the estate sale they had pulled the drawers out to help me load it, and I didn't have time to number them. Not even sure if that was the right order that they were in, but when I got it home I noticed that when I put them in, they all fit into each spot, but when I noticed that you could see some parts with a little more gap than the others, so I'm going to play with them and see if I can't get it to look right, and see if I can't get it right, be in the right order. All right, let's do that now. So I got all the drawers sorted out. I really like the spacing and the position now, so I'm definitely gonna mark them 1 through 5. I'm gonna do something way different than I've ever done, and I've never done before. I'm going to add some wood to the face of the drawers, almost like an Art Deco. This is the size of the wood I'm going to do. I'm going to be putting it in a pattern, strips and a pattern on the face of this. I did a sketch of what I want it to look like, and let's see. It's hard to tell, this bottom one right here. So it's going to look like that, which I don't know if you can understand my sketching abilities, but I think it's going to look cool, especially since it's just this flat face, and this will give it more depth, and I think it's going to look really good. Let's see if I can pull it off, and hopefully I can. So I'm going to lay that out, cut those pieces, and after I attach them, that's when I'll start priming the whole thing. All right, let's go.
So this part took me all day long to measure and cut and to lay it out and then to glue it and brad nail it. If I added the whole process in, the video would have been double the size. So if anyone's interested, I'm going to make a separate video that just goes into detail on the process I did for this part.
almost in the exact same position. I think I'm a little bit lower on this side, so, but it's just so that I could visualize and make sure that it was what I was hoping it would be to my drawing. So my next step is I'm going to start measuring out where the drawers will slice through, and I'll start cutting them. But once I measure on one side, I'm just going to transfer it to the other side and just cut one time with both pieces of wood. So like this one will be cut on five cuts all the way down. So I'll just put them together and cut them all at the same time. Same with this one and this one. I'll put them together and cut this one like that. And then I think I have two down here, or no, one here and one there, and that should do it. And then I'll start gluing, and then using my brad nailer to attach them. Then maybe a scuff sand over the whole thing, and we'll throw some primer on it. So let's do it. Do it. So I got it all glued up and brad nailed in. I think it looks pretty good. It was a lot of work, so I hope it pays off, but I think it looks great. So let's take a quick look at it. But I really like it, and I think once it's all done and painted, it's gonna look great. We will see. So I pulled this drawer out because it had this part of the laminate was coming off at the corner there, so I'm gluing that up. And while I had it out, I noticed that it had some paint, like some paint drips on the sides. And this piece of wood that they have for the inside of the drawer is so pretty. So I sanded it down with some 220, got the paint off, and then just to see what it would look like, I took this citrus shield. It's just a wood wax. I'll leave a link in the description, and it smells so good. So I just rubbed it on here, and it looks so nice. I wouldn't do anything to these side drawers. I think I'm also going to use it on the middle part of the drawer slides to just make it easier for them to slide in and out on this, and then also on the bottom parts here. So I've also sanded the sides and the front, just rough sanding for getting ready for the primer. And as soon as the glue dries on the drawer corner, I will be priming. So it's all finished being primed. I first primed it with a paintbrush and some oil-based primer, which I wasn't happy with. It, you know, I'm still learning, so I'm not sure what I did wrong with it. But it was really thick, and it left a lot of brush strokes. So I sanded it back, took all the brush strokes out of it, and then I spray painted it with some of this Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch. It's for wood, metal, plastic, it's for everything. And I also got this trigger that goes on top of it, and it came out very, very smooth. It came out and went on super nice and super easy. So that's probably what I'll start doing from now on, is using that. It worked out really great. I'll leave a link in the description of it. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to change the legs. The legs on it are not terrible. I'm not sure about this curve that it has in it, especially since everything else is really, really straight. This leg's not so bad, but the rest of them are falling apart and chipping, and the laminate's coming apart. So when I redid those chairs back in, I think it was my third video, they had these legs on it. And I have 4 of these, and I think these will look really, really nice, especially since there are a lot of straight angles on it. I'm going to just replace them here, and then I think I'm going to paint these black, and then I'll have the rest of the dresser a different color. So that's what I'm going to do now, and we're just going to remove these and replace it with this. Let's go. Alright, I got it, I got the legs put back on, or the new legs put on, and I got it standing back up. I love the new look on these legs. I think they're going to be awesome. They went on pretty easy, just a couple more screws. The old ones came off pretty easy, so that was finally something pretty easy. I'm going to put the drawers back in so that I can put the color on it, and hopefully I only need 1 coat, but if I need 2, then we'll do that, and then we should be able to call it good. I think it's turning out really good. Just seeing it with the primer makes me super happy. I think this design looks pretty good. So now I'm just gonna put some paint on it, and we will be done. So this has taken me a while to get to this point, so I'm super excited about it, guys. We'll throw some paint on it, probably time lapse that, and then hopefully that'll be it. Well, it's done. It took a little longer than I was expecting, but just this part right here just took a lot of time cutting and measuring and gluing and the whole thing. So, but it's finished. I love how it turned out. I think it's exactly what I was thinking it would look like. The dresser cost me $25, about $5 in paint, $5 in primer, and then about $20 in these pieces of wood. So we're about $55 total. I think I'm going to list it for $250 to $300. If you guys think that's too high or too low, let me know in the comments. Other than that, I think everything went pretty smoothly. It just took longer, but I didn't have any major hiccups or any huge mistakes. I just want to say thank you for all the support. Everyone's been very nice and very helpful in the comments. So we're just gonna keep moving forward and hit the next project. I'll see you next time. Woo.